My name is Imogen Knight and I'm a choreographer and movement director.
And then just really slowly, just all move your backs up, so just so you're standing. Just real slowly, real slow, real slow, real slow.
Today we are working on the two scenes actually. One where it's just the three witches with Macbeth and Banquo, and the other one which is like this huge party scene.
With Imogen, she's got a really brilliant way of working, using different ways in which you can hold tension in your body, how still you can make your body. And the bridge that we're practicing on is brilliant to work with because the way in which, we can't all visualise it at the moment, but the way in which it kind of moves to reveal scenes and people has been quite epic.
It's brilliant. Yeah, it's really special, having the levels and the movements. Really impressive.
If you could look into the seeds of time and say which grains will grow and which will not, speak then to me, who neither fear nor beg your favours nor your hate.
I just get really excited. If there's stuff in the room, if you set up something, people will naturally play with it, and what they probably will play with will be really informative because they'll play with it in a way that makes sense to them. Actors are incredible if you just allow them the space to create, and so when they're creating through an improvisation, I'll see things that work really, really well, and also see things that feel like they're down the right path. It's not necessarily just my idea on them. They're the ones taking my words and going somewhere with them.
So it could just be quite interesting to go from complete stillness to medium to then going and really kind of going for it so it doesn't kind of work its way up.
We've been working with Imogen so that we can really be bold in the choices that we make physically, and maybe it's a bit chaotic, but ultimately of course it means we can sculpt from that, and it gives us this big lump of clay that we can then play around with.
The best moment was creating the party for the very first time. A big kind of conga starts. I think what's amazing about parties is if you look at it, especially on stage, you can create so many stories. Everyone is having their own experience. And actually those experiences can be good and bad all at the same time. That's the interesting thing where things kind of collide.
Let's go a bit wild, and I might just shout out, number one, conga, it just doesn't matter who it is, even if two people go for making a conga. And then number two, but keep your own mad stuff.
The witches scene, they're not human in that kind of same way. They're not going to respond in the same way. If you talk to them, they might not respond immediately, or if you walk towards them, they might not walk towards you or walk away from you. They pull the rug from under people in a way that you might do if you're around an animal, for instance, or if sometimes even a child. It's unpredictable.
Today we were playing around with the language of how the witches speak.
Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none.
There's an idea that the sound gets caught on the wind. You can probably hear it now. And foul is fair will be backwards, so it's like if si luafna, luaf si if, and then when you play that back it's fair is foul and foul is fair. Like it has a weird accent that comes with it.
That shalt be king hereafter.
The darkness of this play really excites me, the fact that it's kind of the relentlessness of it and the struggle for power, how it affects the ego and how it affects Macbeth psychologically, and the kind of how one's outer world and one's inner world start to either mismatch or collide against each other in some way. And I'm really interested in that, about what happens on the inside of you to what happens on what you create on the outside of you.